going to talk about your past. We've all heard the quote, or hopefully many of us have heard the quote, history repeats itself. And we don't want to keep doing that in our own lives, right? A great quote I heard, and I don't know who said it, but they're very wise. And they said, do you want to live the same year 10 years in a row, or do you want to live 10 different years? And some of us got caught in this trap, right, with some of our jobs. Each year may be the same, but we live it 10 years, and before we know it, time has passed and we wonder why we aren't pursuing what we love. Now, some of us are lucky, we enjoy our day jobs, but we also have other skills that we want to use. What I've found helpful is to take a look at my own past to see what jobs that I have had. And so I was going to take some time in this course to walk through my little journey. Now, I'm not doing this because I have this need for you to know every job I had in the past and every job that I have now. I wanted to share it because often in the process of telling your experience, the other person starts to get hooks into their own life and go, oh wow, I experienced that too, I forgot I was good at that. Oh, I forgot about that experience. I don't want to do that again. And so we have these emotions and remembrances that come up when we hear someone else's story. That's the purpose of me sharing my background and my work experience, because I think that it will help you as you sit down with the piece of paper. And in fact, I'm reminded that this is online, so I should probably give you an electronic version that you can actually type in online. But on that, you're going to list the jobs that you've had in the past and the things you liked and disliked about them. It can be very telling. My first official job was actually, well, a lemonade stand, first of all, but the second one was a paper girl job. And I was 9, and they actually did not allow people to deliver the paper until they were 12 years old, but they were desperate, and I was tall for my age, and I really wanted to do it. Because I had had some little role models in the neighborhood when I was younger, and I had always wanted to be a paper girl. And so that was my first introduction into the world of paid work at 9 years old. And I have to say, I loved it. I got to ride my bike, I got to be out in the sun. Of course, I had to be out in the snow and rain as well, but I got to meet people, which was very important, which is why my parents let me do it, because I was very shy. And so I gained people skills. I gained exercise and sunlight and responsibility. And at some point along the way, I was able to divide the paper out amongst my sisters, and I was their boss. And so sometimes they'd get paid 30 cents a day to deliver papers to maybe one street on the paper route. So I learned a lot of responsibility from that job, and I learned that I really loved being out and about doing things, which is very important, because when you find out some of the other jobs I've had, you realize that maybe I should have remembered that when I chose jobs, because I'm in an awful lot of jobs that require cubes. And so, and if you're from a place where you don't know what cubes are, they're those little spaces they create where you have a chair and a little desk with the walls all around you during the day. And so these are important things to look back on, and I would suggest going as far back as you possibly can. I say my first job was the lemonade stand. But I also went on, along with the paper route, to mow lawns at a very young age and to create little products of my own that I sold. And I'll walk through some of those because I wanted to share some pictures. And I hope that as I share, and it'll just be 5 or 10 minutes a time, right, that you jot down notes about your past experiences, because you can find out things from when you were very young that will help you in deciding what the right entrepreneurship opportunity is for you. So you don't just jump into something because it pays a lot or because it looks nice and shiny. So let's move forward to hear a little bit more about my experiences, and hoping that you'll think of yours along the way.